We are we? Hmm. I have made it live, but I'm unable to see it. Simran, can you check and tell me that is it showing on YouTube?
Yes, it
Yes, yes.
is. I'm seeing on the YouTube.
Okay, okay. So we are live. So let's wait for 5 minutes for most of the people to join. Already we have our
Participants,
audience in the comments. Yeah.
yes, participants are joining also.
Hello, hello everyone. So let me share it again in the group. So meanwhile, if you want to know about your audience, you can ask people like from where they are. They can answer in the comments.
Yes, we can see that. So, meanwhile, we start the session. Let's first talk with everyone in the comment, right?
Yes,
So,
we
I
have
guess,
so many girls
yes, I can
waiting
see.
for this question.
So, everyone is from different parts of India, I guess. So, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So, hello, everyone. I can see you all in the comment section, and it will be really great if you all write hi and hello just to like see that everyone is there.
Yes, we want people to show some enthusiasm. This is the first session of our cohort.
Okay, so this is the beginning. I can
Yes, this
see
is the
many ML enthusiast people are there, right?
right.
It's just a waves. It's just a going on wave in our IT industry right now.
You can just imagine, like, we were not sure of this cohort. Like, we rolled out the forms and we were like, if 50 app applications come to us, then we'll go on with this cohort. But when we rolled out the form, nearly 1,000 registrations we got. So that was just insane.
Yeah, it's very, very nice actually. If I will be in like in the beginning of the college and everything, I should also come to know about it and I will join for sure because it's a great opportunity to start with the cohort program and build a community like this.
Yes, all thanks to Manik and all the team members of
Yeah, great
Girls Leading
initiative,
Talk.
great initiative taken by you all.
Thanks to Sanjan as well.
And the participants are also contributing the same. They're also like having the same energy to do this program and everything.
Yes, after all, the participants are the ones who complete this.
Okay, so I guess like
Yes,
you all will be familiar with each other, right? You have participated in many sessions and everything.
Um,
Yeah,
some of
or
them not many. So
okay. So
it's
some
6:05. So shall we start the session?
yes, for sure. We can
Okay.
start it.
So first of all, let me give a brief intro that I have prepared for you. So, hello everyone. I welcome you all to the very first session of our cohort. This is the first session for the beginner track, which is on Foundations on ML by Shreya Mathur. She's an SD intern at Mobile Technologies, and she has done many projects and internships in AI, ML, data science, computer vision, NLP, and she's a great ML AI enthusiast and that person. So you get to know a lot about it. And she has also cracked Amazon ML Summer School last year in 2024, for which mainly you all are also aiming. So here we have Shreya ma'am with us. So the stage is all yours, ma'am. Thank you so
So,
much for coming.
so thank you, Aditi, for introducing me. And hello, everyone. Just write hello in the comment section first. Let me see how many are just alive right now in this live video. Just write hello, and then we will begin with our program and session. So the main thing is like I am not the alone who is like an ML enthusiast person. You all are. That's why this session started and this cohort is like going right now, right? So everyone here is like crazy about ML and want to do something great in this field.
Yes.
So this is very exciting for me also. Like moreover a mentor and everything. I want to just like keep this session as a friend first of all because right now it will be like really good if you interact with me while in the like when I will be taking this session with you all so that I can know that what are your views, what are your points in that because you all know that many things we are getting to learn in YouTube also in like from the sources is everywhere right now, you know. But the thing is like when the sources is everywhere, you just know don't know how where is the right direction lies, right? How we can just achieve it and what's the point because alone ML, AI and data science is a great field and a big field for us. So let's like don't waste time here and just begin the session and keep this in mind that like treat me less like a mentor and more like a friend, so it will be more easy for you as well, right? So let's begin. Don't worry, like after this I can't guarantee that the confusion will be clear or not like right away, but I will make sure that like by attending this session you go by learning something that just clear your mind, right? So let's present the screen right now. I guess Aditi, is the screen visible?
Yes, I have added it to the stage, then it will be visible. People can tell in the chat section if it is visible, and if you all have any doubts, you can write in the chat section. And I request to keep all the doubts aligned to the technical session. If there are doubts regarding the cohort or anything, then you can post on the group, WhatsApp group that is there.
Okay, so right now I'm just sharing my screen so that I cannot see the comment section and everything. So just tell me like now it is visible, right?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So, first of all, welcome everyone in the beginning of this cohort session. Like, it will be really great if I will introduce myself first. Okay. So, basically, my name is Shreya Mathur, and I'm not like I'm like you only. I'm still studying in college, but at my final year. Okay, in Xavier's University, Bhubaneswar, right? And basically, I have cracked Amazon ML Summer School last year and got like beautiful and very crazy experience by attending those sessions. So I will like to share more about it during the session. And recently, I have worked at IIT Delhi-based startup. Like the company was named Mobisec Technologies. It deals with the field of cybersecurity and all like MDM solutions. And there, I worked as a software developer intern. Right. So this is my brief introduction right now, and I guess that you are clear that who am I actually, right? So I will also get to know about you all, but let's just begin this session for right now, right? So the first point that I want to say to you all, okay, that I was just getting the things that how will I just present PPT and everything, but I guess it is not, it is less about PPT and content. It is more about how you perceive the other person, how you just like get the knowledge from other person, that what they actually want to tell, what they actually want to convey, right? So it is more like that. Wait, before that I will like to get the opinion on over something from you all, right? Wait. So yeah, first tell me whether I should continue in English or shall I speak in between like Hindi also, like what we call it, English and everything. Like first convey your opinion to me, so it will be really great. In the comment section, you can write that
I
you are
think we
comfortable.
have a lot of people from South also, so it's good
Okay,
to keep in English.
okay, okay. I got it. Okay, in between, if I speak Hindi, I will definitely translate it in English as well. Okay. So I just want you to get everything which I say. It's not about just remember it's about PPT, because you can get the definition from anywhere about the ML and everything, right? But the main thing is to perceive the other person. Just remember that. So yes, let's begin. And I guess I just got everyone's opinion. Yeah, I'm comfortable with everything. Just I want like the way I say, you just get like what I'm trying to convey, right? So that's the main thing. Okay, so I guess now it is coming already. So first of all, like it is about machine learning cohort program, right? So, what is machine learning? I guess many of you already know. That's why you are a great fan of machine learning, AI, and everything. And it is also like it is a coming trend in our generation, right? So, just don't go by definition what I have written in PPT and everything. It is not that much nice, also. Okay. Like you can get it from anywhere. Just focus like what I am trying to say to you. Okay. So if you want to get the basic introduction of machine learning, so it's a like we know data sets, right? That we like give to computer or anything to get it programmed well, right? So machine learning is the support system of that. It focuses, it has algorithm that just helps computer to learn from the data, right? Like for example, you can take like data is like our life incident, and we are like just many things happens, we learn from experiences, and that becomes an algorithm. So machine learning is like that only. It just focuses on algorithms, like it helps the computer to learn from the data. Here we I what I call it like experience, right? Without explicit programming. So explicit programming is quite a like a difficult, not difficult, it's like a complex term, right? What is the need of explicit programming, why I'm writing this? So just take an example, like you can take an example of a burger, momos, anything you like. Okay, so you all are, I guess, so in computer science and engineering, right? So when we write a program or something, we usually define each and everything. So while suppose program here is like burger, momos, and any food item, okay, you can take. So here, what we are just getting, like we can write the program that in burger, cheese is there, vegetables are there, cauliflowers are there, like the aloo patty is there. Like a programmer will write like this. But by machine learning, what we can do? We can just like give the examples of burger, and if a, like something unknown is there or something is there, we can classify, okay, this is a burger, right? So it helps to get rid from the explicit programming, right? So it's like that model only. Machine, like what what we humans run after, ease, comfortability, right? So whatever that comfort us, like in programming, in everything, in computation, we go for that. That's why that is the main reason that machine learning has become a trend right now. So I guess you got the clear concept of machine learning. I tried to like tell it in a very lenient manner, like in a by taking the example of a day-to-day life, right? So right, like when someone will hear about, like these are very heavy terms, right? Heavy trendy terms: artificial intelligence, machine learning, data science, generative AI, LLM, and many more are there, right? But do we know that what is the relation? If like someone asks to me also now, that like just convey that what is the relation between everything, first I will think more about it, like it is related to this, that, and everything. So it is the main focus is to get the clear concept that actually what is artificial intelligence, actually what is data science. Like if you get to know that what are you want to be, like some will say that I want to be data scientist, some will say okay I want to be AI intern and everything. But the main thing is like everything is overlapping each other, everything is correlated, right? So data science basically deals with the data sets here. Okay, the data, the everything, because in on what criteria we shall like train the our algorithm and everything, it's about data only. Like in every field, data is the common thing, right? Nothing to explain more about it. Without it, it is the main thing, right? So ML is the support system. ML is a support system like which include data science also, and it is the support system of artificial intelligence. It provide artificial intelligence to just to train on the algorithm and to behave like humans and everything. What we know about artificial intelligence, human intelligence, right? The way the things that we use to pattern, we just classified in more easy way and we considered it artificial intelligence. But just remember that it is the growing field. The research thing is still not completed right now. Okay, and now comes generative AI. So what is generative AI? What we do in generative AI? The chat GPT, the most common thing. Like all this key concept, it's like this now. We are using this in our regular life, but we don't know how to like just classify it. And if you are a machine learning enthusiast, then you should know how to classify the things, because classification is also an algorithm here, right? So this is the key concept. I guess सबको like समझ में आ रहा है, right? So बीच बीच में like I will go to comment section to see like what you guys are writing and everything. So I just represent it through a Venn diagram so that it should be clear in your mind that what, so that the concept doesn't get mixed up, right? So what it does, like what the machine learning model actually does, why it is required, first of all, right? So I just told it very, explain it very lenient manner. Like we just send the data, the model get trained on that data, okay, and then if a new data enters, the model just know where to like classify it. So it is the total thing that this is the before model of the ML algorithm. This is the after. That is just know how to return the output. This is the model we actually works for, right? So I just represented it in through like through diagram and everything. I guess this is much more clear because I have already spoken about it, right? And there we come. What are the machine learning types? So this is the basic things, right? So machine learning is generally classified into supervised learning and unsupervised learning as well as reinforcement learning. Okay. So here, like, okay, this is a like by listening to this term supervised learning, we will just not get that what is actually supervised. Like I know that many of you already know, right? Still, I'm just trying to just say it in more easy language that the data which is already labeled. Just take an example first. Just don't go on definition because we never remember definition. We just remember example for carrying out every process, right? So it's like if we have animals, right? So we just know what is dog, what is cat. We already have the labels with us. So we don't need to like classify it. Here we know the desired output. Like if someone show me a picture of cat, then I will say cat because I know this. The output is already decided, right? So this is supervised learning. The data here comes with label, right? So I guess you got what is supervised learning. And then here comes the unsupervised learning part. We just don't know the desired outputs. There I've taken the common example of sedan and SUV. Okay. Maybe if you are like car automobile enthusiast, then you can relate it. Okay. So here the difference is just like we don't know the desired output. We doesn't have label on the data that what should be classified. Like everything we don't know na, right? Many data comes that which is not classified, which has no label. So what we will do with that? How machine learning will help in that, right? So it is about like we analyze the pattern, like something if we want to like in normal life also, if we something want to classify in anything, we just analyze the pattern, what it is repeating, what is the similarity, what is the dissimilarity. That's why we classify. So here comes that algorithm only, classifications and everything. So like you can cluster them. Clustering is a part of unsupervised learning. You will like further you will get to know more about it. So if we go into like brief about like more into details about supervised and unsupervised, it is like a very very long concept. Okay, so I'm just telling in a brief right now. So like just take an example first. Like you already know, the machine already know, there's a model which already know what is sedan, what is SUV. Just for example, we know the details about like sedan is like comparatively small than SUV. We know the sizes, right? So if some random car will come to us, we can just classify either into sedan or into SUV. But here also comes like if we don't have that much information, then where we will classify? So there
Ma'am,
also.
sorry to interrupt you, but the screen is freezed. Uh,
Okay,
Now
wait,
it's changed.
like it
From
is not visible.
it was on the first slide only since very long.
Like, which slide?
The what is machine learning slide.
Okay, sorry then. I have missed that. Okay, just I'm playing that two slides. Okay, just have
Now
a
the
look. Yeah, same.
and now it's visible the chain of
I
slides.
guess let's keep it like this one. In the slideshow, it is not coming, right? It is coming.
Currently, it's the AI concepts slide.
Ki what it does, like now it is like
The
this,
Venn
right?
diagram.
Like it is now like visible, right?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So from here only I have came across the key AI concept. Okay. Like I told you more about it, so you can just relate it through the Venn diagram and everything. Okay, it's not like the slide is not like it is everything. The slide is very basic, very basic. I'm just here to make you like convey that what I have like learned during my journey. And this is just the basic concept. You can learn it from it like anywhere. But just remember that if you want something really to learn, you just have to relate it with your real life. Without real life and practicality, nothing will be like look familiar to you, right? So here's not PPT is the main thing. I told you earlier. Here's the knowledge and everything that the person is sharing is the main thing. So I guess you are getting like this. And like I told about this model that we just trained many datas are there to train, and on that basis we train another data. We just know where it will be get classified and we get the desired output. I guess it is now working, right? Aditi, I've just changed the slide. It is working, right?
No, it's on the same slide.
It is the same slide only.
Yes.
I don't know why this is coming. Okay, let let it work like this only. I guess this is
Yes,
much.
now it. change.
This is much better. So okay, this is much better, I guess. So let's do like this only. Okay. So what it does, like I told you earlier, right? So these are the things that you can look it up to, and I'm just changing the slide. Like supervised learning, also I told that labeled data. Here we already know that what is the name of the animal. Here we already know we have the input data, we know the desired output, right? So it is the thing. I guess you already got this. And we come to unsupervised learning. Basically the example part we were discussing about. So unsupervised learning, like okay, supervised learning is quite easier comparatively, right? In that everything is we know everything, we know the desired output, right? But here we don't know the desired output. We need to train our data sets on the basis of some criteria and some cluster and everything. Clustering also part of a supervised learning. Okay. So if we take an example, like a thing about real life example only, we knew about sedan and SUV. Okay. So we'll just get a car, we can easily categorize it that in which category it belongs, right? So that we don't know now that that random car is like SUV or sedan. We don't know the desired output. But on the pre-trained data set, like the data we are having over its weight criteria and everything, its size criteria, it can generate, it can like define like in which category it is going, sedan or SUV, right? So I guess this is clear, right, guys? So let me just switch so I can just know that is it clear or not.
Everybody can tell in this comment
Yeah.
section.
Because if I am presenting, I can't see the comment section. So it is very important to see and like listen to your views that you are clear about what I have told it. I don't think it is much more for it. Even it is like much more like you don't know, you can easily tell it. Okay.
Yes, we have Sharanya saying that it's clear, ma'am.
Okay. Right. So if you have any doubt and something like that, you want me to explain more over this, because I have not written that much, like but pick up a particular word and written brief about it. Okay, I just covered the whole concept. Is there any example of unsupervised learning? Like you are asking about the model or what? Because if you ask about that unsupervised learning, there's an example of clustering. Okay, okay. Let me just tell you about unsupervised learning. Okay, just before getting into algorithm, just like you know about supervised learning, right? We know the label data. We know if an animal is given what it is, right? We know. But you can sometimes you get a different animal, like sometimes you can just get like earlier, not earlier, like I don't remember, I'm not able to remember some like animal name, but just take it as cheetah. Cheetah doesn't have a different criteria, but we know the criteria about cat family, we know the criteria about dog family, right? So we classify cheetah in the I like more in cat family. Why? Because it has more similar properties. In this way we are doing unsupervised learning. Here the label is not there, but we know some of the features, we know some of the criteria. In that way we just do the clustering. Clustering is like grouping something. Like we just know the criteria of cat section, everything, we just group it together, and we know the criteria of dog section, we just group it together. That is only known as clustering. Like many unsupervised learning techniques are there. I'll just give you example of one so that you don't get much confused about it. So now you are getting what is unsupervised learning and supervised learning. Okay. In supervised learning, how can I tell it like much more easier? Like we know what I in supervised I just explained. We know the criteria, but there we know the name, that what it belongs to, what it is actually. Okay, so it is like I just presented a person in front of you. You just name, okay, this is the person, because you already know the output of that. So here we just know the desired output, and in industry, most of the time we deal with unsupervised learning and all that, because every time the data is not classified, it is not like grouped, so we have to group it, we have to build the algorithm to group it to see where it actually belongs to, right? So you are getting what I'm trying to say and what is supervised and unsupervised, like Pooja and Meghali, right? So you could just say yes or no with this, so I can get that shall I continue further or not. And any other questions are there related to this, you can ask. Okay, I guess I am clear, right? So if you want to like learn more about it, you can just write the algorithm about like search about the algorithm of supervised and unsupervised. You will get more about it. Okay. So right. And okay. We shall like continue, I guess. So and listen, all of you, like ask a doubts, ask everything. It is like when you ask doubts and you have questions now, that is only the main thing, you are getting the things right. So you can freely ask the doubts here, no one is to judge and everything, here everyone is new, I am myself new. So it is not like, and in like in the field of technology, no one is expert, no one is like, no standard is there that who is expert, everyone is here is learning. So you can freely ask what is about. Okay, so let's continue further in our slides. Okay. So we have just completed that. Okay, where we have completed supervised, unsupervised. We shall come to reinforcement learning. Here I've written many things. Okay. So you can just get doubts for many things also. More the text, more is the doubt. Simple things. So let me explain this first. So what is reinforcement learning? It is something beyond that, beyond the supervised and unsupervised learning, what I already like taught to you. So it is about agent thing. It's about agent is there in an environment to achieve a specific goal. This is the basic definition that you can also see. So it is like training a pet. It's like you train your pet, right? You just train your pet that to do this to achieve that particular goal. So in that way, your pet is learning that what he should do, what he should not, like in this way, right? And it receives the feedback if it do something wrong. So this is the here our pet is the agent. Okay, but now here we are dealing with the agent which is involved in the reinforcement learning, which is involved in the machine learning only. So whenever something new comes now, it comes from real life only. Okay. Everything is related to like day-to-day life example. Just we have to see and we have to analyze that how it is related to this. So if you like starting to just relate everything, you will enjoy it more and you will like find it more interesting. In that way only research happens and it is a growing field. Okay, so just take an example, gameplay. Okay, like many of you have just like learned about the gaming thing, like the car driving, right? What is your goal in that, tell me? So like your goal is to just like drive safely, reach fast, optimally it just means like to in an optimized manner, in a much careful manner, in a very lenient manner, right? There I meant by optimally here. Okay, not dying and fast as possible. Okay, so here we have the goal. If it doesn't do, we just like restart it, reboot it. So it's getting feedback also, right? So gameplay in learning is also implied in that gameplay. Okay, so your reinforcement learning works. So this is the one of the example in reinforcement learning. Okay, just if you think much more about reinforcement learning, just remember that how you train your pet. Okay, how, so in that way particularly you train your agent to do this thing, to be a decision maker. You give data and everything, it receives the feedback if it does something like which is not appropriate, right? So and it's what it do, it's just optimize our like it's a decision making skills. Like we don't have to do it always, it is someone like someone is there to make our decision making, right? This is how optimization happen in industry. This is how automation happens actually, more I should say, right? And automation is mostly happening due to this AI/ML only. So this how it actually works. So agent here is the key terms I've written: agent, environment, state, action, reward. Okay. So it basically works on the reward system. Reward system is the feedback mechanism. So agent, decision maker that performs action, environment, where it operates because it have to operate somewhere. Okay, so that's the environment. So what's the situation, what is the agent is currently dealing, that is called state. And what the decision it will make, that's called action of it. Like it is similar only. Like when you see any word, it is similar to the concept only, you just have to analyze it. And reward, I told about reward is just like a feedback mechanism that we give on agent. Okay, that what particular goal we want to achieve, so we give the feedback to that. So if you're finding it more difficult about reinforcement learning, right, so you could just, like I said it, I'm saying it again, just imagine a pet with you. Okay. So I guess now you just get everything what I have written in more details, right? And here comes the ML workflow. We will go into this. First, tell me, I will give you just 1 to 2 minutes just to tell me that you have got that reinforcement learning part or not. Okay. Okay. So everyone is getting, so that I can continue further, you can tell. Like everyone should write. Whoever is just attending, write so that I can know. Okay, I'm expecting more responses. So just say like yes or no. So because if we go further, the things will get more like complex, right? So it is good only if we clear the basic thing in the beginning so that you will understand the further things also. Because ML workflow in real life is something big. Okay. Okay. So I guess many has got the concept, right? And okay, so just let's continue further. Okay, so now we have come across ML workflow in real life, right? So we are dealing with what is machine learning actually workflow. Those who know about machine learning very well, or those who just don't know much about it, just know like what I said, just like that. Then also I will make sure that you understand some of the basic things, right? So I told you that how ML is classified, what is like ML, but what is it real impact in real life, right? We don't get the reality in front of it or in any practical some example and everything, we will not get it definitely. So just first know that if you're coming into this ML field, right, you have to just know the foundation of mathematics and everything. Here, probability, statistics, conditional probability, Bayes rule, statistical distribution. This you have learned in your class 11 and 12, right? So you just need to focus on this, that you should be clear about this concept. Though if you will study it about it more in your engineering courses, you will definitely learn about it. Okay. But here the main concept comes over this only. And these are very important. Even in any exam also, specifically that Amazon ML Summer School exam, here it is like it has a strong syllabus of this. Right. And machine learning algorithm, it's like without mathematics is no foundation only. So that is important. Calculus, just like this, gradient descent, you may or may not have heard it. Okay, it comes in regression and everything. Regression, I will tell you. And there comes the linear algebra, vector matrices. So keep it strong over your fingertips. Okay. You will learn more about how to do data analysis more over this using this mathematical concept further, but just learn the basic. If you like forgotten, just try to just pop up and try to revise everything. Okay. eigenvectors, eigenvalues you have heard. Can you just think that with this mathematical foundation, we just derived a whole new word of machine learning, right? So it totally works on this. Programming skills. On Python, most of the Python library works, okay, for ML programming. So you just know variables, function, classes, libraries. Because if we are dealing with ML, we have to deal it with Python. Okay. So it comes side by side only. Types of data. So here comes the real flow of ML. First, with the starting of data only, it will work, right? So what is data? Data, we all know that whatever things we are just getting and everything, like if we are seeing something, this is also a data in our eyes, right? So it's like we can like classify it in a numerical way, in a more like ordinal way, okay. But here we will just like say that what is qualitative and what is quantitative data, okay. So you should just know about it. So basically, if I say about categorical data, right? If we say about that, qualitative data is what? So it is basically it's a categorical data in which we defines that category. Language specific, but it is having words, not numbers. Okay, so you can just get it. Like it is which don't deal with numbers. Quantitative means like some quantity is there, so you can get okay. This is related with numerical. Qualitative just deal with language and all that. Okay, like it like sometimes it can hold that numerical value, but it is doesn't work in the mathematical sense, okay. Everything has an exception, so I don't want to just confuse it over you. Just remember that quantitative data stands for numerical only, okay. So if you say that it had one exception also, that I've said that qualitative data can also show the like store the numerical value, but it should not mean the numerical sense, okay. Just like it's like storing just only the birth date, okay, but it is not giving any numerical meaning. It is just storing the data of that particular person. You are getting? So this is the thing. And like and that labels you can see, like if we comes about here, some of the qualitative data example is like nominal data and ordinal data. So qualitative data is divided into two: nominal and ordinal. Nominal is just like, for example, we deal with letter, symbol, gender, male, female, like this. These are what? These are nominal data only, okay. So it is already grouped. We have already grouped into categories and everything. We know the we can draw graphs also, visual representatives, representations also, right? And nominal data is like we find it surveys and everything in questionnaires. That is the data value is not determined, okay. So now like nominal data, sorry, ordinal data stands for that. So first I will just say it again, okay. Don't get confused. Qualitative data stands for which doesn't store the numerical value. Okay. If it stores, it doesn't signify numerical things. Okay. So it is had two types, nominal and ordinal. Okay. Nominal is like you can take the example of gender, which is already classified. And ordinal, which is the value is not determined. You do surveys, you do questionnaire for that. Okay. Everything comes in data only. So it is important to categorize data. First, you should know your data. First, you should know your input. Data here is our input. So if we don't know about the input only, how we can like proceed further? And then comes the quantitative. Quantitative data is all about numerical. Okay, you have to learn about discrete and continuous mathematics, right? So what happens in discrete value? If I say in simple terms, like in discrete value, we know that some possible values is there and everything. Okay, but in continuous value, there's infinite number of possibilities that what it can be, what it cannot be. So this is the data: discrete data, continuous data. There comes like if you like have taken like you me like most of the your people having maths in 11th and 12th, so you know about discrete and continuous mathematics, right? So it belongs to quantitative. So in name only the definition is hidden, right? So here we came after that, training, validation, and testing data. What training? How? how like we comes to training, right? How just training some comes like this much. We are thinking like that. So if we like giving some data, we are just training it only now. If we are getting some life experiences, our mind is training over that. Okay, we have got this experiences, so we know how to like figure it out. So that is only our model is doing. The data we are giving, it is just getting trained over that. Okay. So training and validation, we just how validate that how's the output is correct or not. So even here you just get to know about two things, that testing and training happens. Okay. And in testing, if training is happening, then testing should also be happen, like we should know that it is giving desired output or not. Okay. So in real world it is work like this. And then comes the data manipulation and pre-processing. Okay. So data manipulation is more like, in easy words, if we I explain that pre-processing thing, like we buy vegetables from shop, okay, right? But it is not clean. We know we just wash it to like, so that it is healthier for her. We don't get any germs, right? So we do same with the data. We just clean it, because data can also be not perfect, like, right, many faults are there, like some of the values can be missing in the data which we are receiving, like some values are too much abnormal for us to like analyze, many disturbance can be there, right? So for that only the pre-processing method take place. We will discuss about further also. And feature extraction. Okay. Feature extraction stand for like, if you're going in a shop, your just mother asks you that what are the main, like you want a good cloth, okay, but if she asks that what is the main thing, what are the main features, attributes, or like what is the main thing you require in your dress, then you will say that okay, I require it in an orange color or somewhere else color. So you are giving a feature, you are just like telling that this is the thing I require, and that way your mother will just search for the things, right? So this comes with same with the feature extraction. Here we cannot analyze every feature, right? We should know that what is important, what is not. So it is about, this is all about data manipulation and pre-processing. Then we comes to models to train data. Okay, so this I will discuss more. First, let me know that you all got it or not, like, because after that more heavier terms you can see: linear regression, what is k nearest algorithm, svm, neural network. This is so much like heavy words, right? I can get it. Some short forms also I have written: cnn, rnn, what is this, matrices, overfitting. So maybe this is just standing for 2 points, but it is like, it is a very deep concept. On that only, these are the mechanism, this are the algorithm where people do projects and everything, research happens. Okay. So it is more deeper concept. I've not written much about it because I was thinking while like making that definitions are too common, like you can search, you can get the definition, but my main objective is to like relate every concept with the real world. So you can just, if someone asks you not about this, you just don't need to revise your definition, you just need to look around yourself and see that what is relatable. Okay. So you can just get it. Okay, this is the supervised model. Okay, this is there we are applying reinforcement learning. If we just know the concept, you can apply it anywhere. So that is my main purpose. That is why I am like focusing more on telling, more on explaining, and I will explain more if you will ask. Okay, but just focus to that you are getting the things which I am telling. Okay, so that I can know that it is like I should be much more lenient over my words, or I should give more real life example for you to relate. So now you can just, whatever I said, you can just ask me question over this. Okay, then I will go more into what are models actually, what is training and evaluation and everything. So just go back and see your responses. Okay. So first question is, I guess, can we say continuous and discrete also? Like in what? I told that quant, and like if you get the norm like data with numerical value, okay, what is that? Your quantitative data, quantity. What signifies quantity? Numbers only. Okay. So if the number has possible values, okay, then it is coming in discrete. But if it is infinite number of values, it is not like we don't know how much value it will be there and everything, then it comes into continuous. Okay, so this is the thing. This is the mathematical concept only about continuous and discrete mathematics. If you like want to like have more concept over this, you can just like revise your 11th 12th thing and all that. You will get it for sure, I guess. So I don't remember in which particular chapter it is there still, but yes, it is like similar concept only in 11th and 12th class only. Like in this way data is categorized. Okay, so if I'm not clear about your question, Aditi, you can ask it again. And Vanshika, can you explain validation step? Okay, where I came about the validation step, training and testing models. Like, okay, just tell me one thing. Okay, if we just train our mind into something, we just need to validate it. We need validation means what? We need to check it. Okay, I haven't told you about whole process about the validation. I just telling how the ML workflow in real life. Okay, how where it is like validation is also required during this process. I am telling like this because if we go into much deeper concept, many algorithms will just say okay. And yes, validation process, I was just saying that if we make something correct decision, wrong decision, who validate it? What is the features which are just checking it? Okay, so for validation also we are getting the thing now, that how we can just validate our that the train model is showing the right output or it is showing some error. Okay, how we can check it, right? So validation is standing for itself only. There only the work it works. Basically, there comes like if you want like more terms over that, like many problems we face during validations. Okay, like underfitting, overfitting. This is the heavy terms. I will tell you for sure. So during validation, we get to know that because never you have listened that never a prediction is 100% true, right? We just try to predict it like more to accurate value, but there's a difference between prediction and accuracy, right? So there's some mistakes, there's some things, that's why only a validating, right? So that is the thing. And yes, I will tell more about validation if you comes like overfitting and underfitting. It is like in the further slides. And I guess Vanshika, your thing is clear. Can you again explain data cleaning process? Okay. Data cleaning process, if you just, shall I go to definition? Just from definition, I will begin, then give an example. I guess that will be like you can understand it more, right? So if we go into data cleaning process now, it is like raw data is there. Okay. We are just cleaning and organizing it. So I told if you go in definition only, it is written the same thing. Data cleaning is a sub process of data pre-processing and everything. In data pre-processing, we go for data cleaning, data scaling, feature extraction, everything, just to optimize that data so that that data we are giving it is not creating complexity while training. Because if we are not cleaning it, like if we are just having the data is having too much error, okay, or too much missing value, then tell me how we are just avoiding the complexity in that. So data cleaning is come in that process only. It comes under data pre-processing. So what pre-processing means, that something which is already going through a process and everything. Okay, first we will process the data, that before that we have to do certain things. So that is data cleaning in that. Okay, I guess you get to know about data cleaning, and I will explain some more thing about data cleaning in like data pre-processing we are having as a topic. So we will discuss in that. Okay, remove yeah, right. In data cleaning, we remove unwanted data. No, it is not similar to feature extraction and all that. It means that everything is related, but everything is separate also. Okay, it comes in like when you are pre-processing the data, feature extraction comes, that what are the important features you want, and removing unwanted data, like some noises are there. Okay, there are certain type of like here the wrong information, not wrong information, here the error and everything is called noises. Okay, so we want to clear some noises and everything. And what is our feature extraction, what is the main thing we want? Okay, You can just relate it, but that both works differently. Okay, I will tell you more when we go to feature extraction specifically. That feature scaling part, that why feature scaling, why feature extraction is important. Basically, it is important only so that only one feature don't get dominant over the others. Okay, can you think like if some model is working only on specific feature, then how we are predicting the accurate value? Tell me that if we know that birds are flying, okay, if we are just focusing over the flying process, we don't know what is the category of the bird, we don't know the weight, then how we can classify everything? We're just focusing on one feature, flying, that to all birds fly, so that it shouldn't be dominant over that. So there come the feature extraction, scaling, and everything. And I guess any more questions are there, you can ask right now so that I can go further, right? So yes, we have just completed our. Yes, you can ask. Like if you like, we can. If you want, like she should continue. Just like yes, then I will start the next thing. That will be more heavier terms. Okay. So I guess you are just clear over that, right?
Yes, everybody just please write in the chat whether it's
Yes.
clear or not, or any doubt you have.
So if you are not having any doubt, then everyone write yes. Then I will continue. Okay. So that I can get. Okay.
So we have one
Yes.
doubt.
It is like feature extraction is being specific to the main point. You are right. You are right. It is just like avoiding the unnecessary features, and that we often like know that what are the necessary features, or that if we train a model we will just get the prerequisite. Okay, these are the features we have to just concentrate and all that. And you told and which I told that removing the noises and everything, error here. Error doesn't only means like less important features. Error also means something like wrong value and everything, right? That's why I said that it is little bit different. Okay, it is correlated. Now you're getting why it said that it is correlated. Okay, so the PDF you're asking about the slide, some of the definition are from Google only. Some of them are like from different sources I've gathered. So it is not like a new thing that you don't get. Still, if you want that, I can share. Okay, but
Yes, you can share it with us and then we'll share it
okay
further.
for but just by like I'm telling by myself only, it is not like something. Some examples I've just added of my own, that so you can just relate it, but the main definition is already defined. How can I just change it? Okay, so that is from our, like what we call, I took all Google Baba only, so this is from Google only. So it is nothing like, do definition is predefined, everything is predefined, there's nothing new, just we have to relate it, just remember that. Okay. So now you have already seen that I've written small points. I've not explained because I was like, if I just copy and paste everything from Wikipedia, from different stuff, then what's the use of like saying, right? So I will just can read the definition and everything. That you can also do in your home, right? You can just read out the definitions from Wikipedia. What is the main thing? It's like how we are just relating, how we are just getting to know, right? What is specifically this, why it is written like this. I'm just explaining more about that. Okay. So let's go further without wasting time. Okay. I'm in advance only, I'm telling that these are quite not difficult, heavy terms. Okay. If you just say to someone na, that you have learned about CNN, RNN, they will get themselves shocked. Okay. It is about CNN, RNN. So it is like this. So just let me share the screen again. Um, wait. Now now I got. Okay. So this is the not a slide only. So ML workflow. Okay. Now we comes to linear regression and k nearest algorithm. You have heard it. Okay. You may not remembering the meaning, because if someone asks me also that what is this specific term, tell the meaning. First I have to just relate it with everything. Then I will only be able to tell, because definition we don't always remember. So if like many models are already developed, on that models only we are working, and some of the models are like some researchers are working like how we can just make optimization of this model. So some of the models, if I will tell you about it, then here comes that linear regression, here comes like k nearest algorithm and everything. So what is meant by linear regression first? Okay, so basically, discrete and continuous mathematics, right? So it's just defined the relation between the two attributes. Specifically, we say that x and y, okay, between the features and the continuous output we are getting. Here the x we can consider at features, okay, y we can consider at output. There should be relation between something now. If we are giving input output, then who is defining the relation? Model only. And model is working on, if it is working on linear regression, then the linear regression is the thing. Okay, so you will get many graphs over this, okay, on linear regression, slope will come and everything. So these are the models. So this basically it defines the relation linearly. Okay. Like you have learned about the straight line concept also. So there also comes a mathematical formula. It's a totally a mathematical thing. Okay. If you go more in details, you have to study mathematics a lot over this. Okay. That's why in the prerequisite, in the foundation mathematics, I said that okay, these are the things required over there. So linear regression is there, polynomial regression is there. Linear regression means only one feature is fine. Okay, if many features are there, then it is becoming more complex. Like if you are going for quadratic, cubic, what is about that? Quadratic equation, cubic equation, how will you solve that? So here comes polynomial. Okay, so it is all about non-linear relationship of the data. Then we comes about so K nearest algorithm, SVM, support vector machine, and everything. Okay, neural network perceptron. These, these are the topics in which a single book can be also there. Okay, CNN means concurrent neural network, I guess. No, this no, convolutional neural network, right? And RNN means recurrent neural network, like this. Okay, it works on the neural network things, everything. Sorry, CNN was yes only convolutional neural network. Okay, so it deals about the data patterns and everything. These are very much deeper concept. Okay, for this you have to study each and every algorithm of supervised learning, unsupervised learning. Okay, so these are the things. So I just k nearest algorithm is means like we don't know from which category it will belong. It will we have to we have to create a separate categories, and many other that data boundaries also created. So k nearest algorithm deals with that. So we go in specific topic. It will also take a lot of time, but just if I like I just told you example, just remember this, like something has to define the relation between the input and the output. We are doing it through models. Okay, if you're getting much more interest over in perceptron, recently only I am studying perceptron in my 4th year, so it is dealing with multi models. Okay, because you can get the thing that whether it will with a single layer, whether it will deals with multiple layers. So for every single thing algorithm is already made. These are only the sum. Okay, you will get more on this. So if you want to ask specifically, then I will tell for sure. Okay. But it one by one I have to go, then linear regression will whole take like 10, like how many slides? Five to not five, more than that. Okay. Because in that mathematical equation will also comes. Here we have to prove many things through mathematics and everything. Okay. But just learn this thing. These are the models that we require. Okay. training and evaluation, matrices and overfitting. I told you about that. How we evaluate, how we train, how we do this. So this is matrices and overfitting. Like we just tell the data in matrices and everything. Okay. So it deals with vectors, it deals with everything. Overfitting means when the model understands too much, they're saying that getting too much is also bad, getting less is also too less is also bad. So here comes the concept of underfitting and overfitting. Okay, so in evaluation, during data model doesn't give like 100% accuracy. It will not give, most of the model will not give, most, what will I say, that, like, 100% doesn't exist in real life in anything, right? So we just try to achieve the accuracy, but 100% is like, it is not practically possible. So what is the problem that we get? Sometimes the data models, just like the model we are using, okay, sometimes it is just get, if get too much less information, then it comes for the underfitting data. Okay, underfitting problems comes when it understand the data too much, means too less come for underfitting, and too much is come for overfitting. Okay, too much in the sense, what I tell you, then when it understands the noises also, the problems, the error also, then how this is just categorizing the data in a smoother manner? Tell me, it is not. Okay, so here just I tried to convey about underfitting and overfitting. Underfitting means when the data is not understanding much. Okay, it is understanding very less. So due to less information, how will it categorize the data in such an efficient manner, right? Overfitting means when the data understand too much, when the noise is also like, if we get to see, like, if we want to classify someone, or like some person is there, we just want to think about that person. If we just want to, and if we just analyze everything, that bad things also, na, we are just doing too much analyzation, right? So here comes the concept of overfitting. So there should be a balance between the overfitting and underfitting. Okay, on that person only the data can works, right? So this is also called bias and variance. These are the errors. These are the, like, it directly impact the performance. So how we can just deal with this, just to maintain the balance, so that it doesn't understand much more, it doesn't understand much less, right? So it is like this, and like accuracy and prediction errors also belong to this only. After we do training and evaluation, then only here comes the accuracy and prediction. Okay, and these are the most common problems you will ever get, and this is also called bias and variance. Okay, bias is like when the prediction is like not too much up to the mark. Okay, so there comes the bias when the information is less, and variance just the opposite, when it is very, like, we know much more. Okay, means just I told about the overfitting, that comes the variance. So there we have to maintain the relation between the bias and the variance thing. So this is, and now you are thinking that what is the reason why we are getting the reason of overfitting, why we are, sorry, this is wait, now it is correct only, right? Hmm. I guess this slide just now I added by mistake. Okay. So you may be thinking that why we are getting the reason of overfitting in everything, right? Why we are getting overfitting, why we are getting underfitting. So overfitting is like when the model is becomes too much complex, the size of the model is everything, because that's why we do data cleaning. Now we are getting that so much complexities are involved during everything, during the training process, during the evaluation process, during the, and one thing you may must be thinking that how we put the models, right? How we just decide that this will belong to linear regression, this will belongs to k nearest algo. We do this like by first categorizing the data. Okay, for data also categorization comes, for which it belongs to supervised, it belongs to unsupervised, then which algo will work more fine, then we test different algo, then we get the right algorithm, then we go for the further things. So this only the real life work projects also take place, right? So if you want to learn like more, I written about it. Like Kaggle, you have like listened more about it, right? Machine learning repository is also there. Projects is also there. YouTube also there. So everything is dealing with this only. First, you will get the data. You will just make it much more smoother, much more cleaner. Okay, without any error free and everything. Okay, then you will just imply the models over it. Okay, that which at first you will categorize the data, then you will see that okay, in which what kind of machine learning we can put into this. Okay, suppose if we can put the unsupervised, you can go for clustering as well, like this you can see. Okay, and neural network is also there. Neural networks deals with much more things. Okay, like you have, I don't know whether you have listened about the latest common project only, how to use CNN RNN while finding brain tumor and everything. Healthcare comes here. Okay, so how we does how we do it, we do it through perceptron everything. This is much more deeper concept. Okay, very much more. If you just learn about one thing, you have to know about eight other things as well. So like this, so this you can practice and do research. Mostly I will just encourage you to go for open source. Okay, now I just told you how the ML workflow really works in real life. Okay, so if you want to just learn, just remember one thing, that more difficult concept you will go, more you have to just learn about many things. Okay. So it is just doesn't come easily that okay, today I will study SVM. But if you just say SVM, it is not worth it. For that you have to know about regression technique also, because everything is correlated. Every algorithm is correlated with each other. Okay, so you just have to cover the whole things to, like if you don't know other algorithm, then how can you find the right algorithm for yourself, right? So you just have to know everything. And like in real world the project works like this only. And I want to more encourage you about the open source project. Okay, just don't think, like you can do also. It's like ML based projects and everything is already there in the market. Just make your idea that how can you just enhance it more, how can you add more features on it. Okay, because if you go from the scratch and everything, then many new things you have to see and think and everything. You can do this if you have idea and everything about ML projects, because to get into ML fields and all, it is much more about experiences in project rather than concept. I'm saying this is the theory which I'm saying. Okay, but project only will show your true sense that how you are just getting involved in this, like in this field of algorithm, right? So you just build projects, just do open source contribution. Many of you are in the second year, third year, first year, okay, fourth year maybe, right? So just do open source contribution. Just see that how a thing is already developed, how they are doing that. First learn that thing. Okay, then some give your contribution also. This will just make you learn many things. Okay, if you go into this field, nothing is predefined. Okay, like you know about like coding is also getting automated. Okay, AI is writing coding, everything is doing by this. But in this is the field where human is just automating everything. Here the automation is the main thing only that we are dealing with. Then how we can do it more finer? Okay, that's the main thing. So just learn, like just try to learn like what you get the opportunities. Build projects, have a grip on Python, have a grip on mathematics, but because mathematics and Python you can't do anything. Why I'm saying like this? I will show you. Wait, huh? This I will show you afterwards that how you can get benefit from that. But let's first discuss about the format thing. Okay, why I told you so many things that focus on Python, focus on mathematics concept. Why? Because they are basically 20 questions. Okay, and in 20 questions 12 are from mathematics only, probability, statistics, linear algebra and everything, and 8 were of ML. ML means you can say that many algorithms question will also be there. Okay, so you have to just study basics of ML, not that much, but basic to medium level of ML you should know. Basically, if you don't know the like practical thing, only leave. but know the theory at least. Okay. So here comes the 12 basic mathematical problem, most covering over probability, statistics, linear algebra, and everything. And then comes the DSA question. Okay, so I was before you all joined, I was speaking with Aditi and the guy name I forgot. Sorry, but yes, we were speaking. We three were speaking about this only DSA questions. Okay, so how we are doing, like what is the thing, like in Hindi it is called like Ramban thing, that without it, this is the thing which can just make us successful, right? So this is the main thing. Wherever you go, not into Amazon ML summer school program, I know most of the you are having craze about that, but wherever you go in MNCs, you go everything. Okay, like big fang man companies, Google, Meta, everything. Guessing even in startup also, mid range also. DS is the thing. Whether you want to work at front end, back end, data analyst, data scientist, whatever you want to cover, you have to just go through the DSA. That's the main thing. Never leave DSA. I just written never leave DSA. Like you can just for some time you can just stop concentrating about others, but never leave DSA, because if you just lost the touch of DSA, na, it will be really difficult to get it back. It has to be in practice. That's why you can practice in many coding platforms. Personally, I do in Lead Code and Code Forces. Okay, that's my personal and all, but you can do it HackerRank, Code Chef. Many coding platforms are available. GFG is available. Like you can practice, you can get the certifications by practicing. Okay, just build that skills. Don't go if you don't want to do, like, okay, I don't want to do that much extensive coding. Okay, then okay, don't go for competitive programming mode. But at least learn the DSA concept and how it actually works. Okay, because this will also help you in ML further. Everything in a technology field is correlated with each other. We just can't say that okay, I want to be a data scientist, I will just focus over this only. No, it can't happen like this. Okay, you just have to know a little bit of something, and DSA is the main thing you should know. So don't ever leave DSA, because myself only have just made a mistake, like leaving DSA due to many things, and it just got too much difficult. Like if like many of the people, if you haven't started DSA also, if you're not started with DSA, then just like make yourself do that. At least be in the race. Just remember that if you're just not starting the race now, you're not getting part of the thing only. Then how will you achieve further things? If you're not just participating in real life competition, then how can you like achieve the real life award, right? You can just daydream over that. So just make an attempt. If you're just like thinking that okay, it's late to start or it is too early to start, what's the thing whether it is okay, just start it, just do it, and with time you will just get the grip of it. Okay, but if someone just doesn't practice and will just say DSA is difficult and everything, then it is quite difficult for that person also. Okay, so without mathematics we can't do engineering. So just like that, without DSA it is difficult to crack many things, right? So in DSA, like DSA is only the thing that, and by solving two DSA question, okay, you can get more advantage in that particular exam because it carries more weightage. So just that's why I'm seeing, if you want to like get guidance over this specifically, then solving DSA question is important. Okay, and it is not like very difficult. It is like, if you look like it is like between easy and medium only. Okay, most of the problems comes from medium because many like people participate in this on, like when I have participated, like I guess more than 85,000 people gave the exam, near 1 lakh, I guess. So it is the criteria of them that they will select only 3,000. So on what, if more people will get like good marks, then how they select on time, accuracy, and DSA. Okay, if they get the DSA question also correct, then the times comes. Okay, so just try to complete it on time, but before that just remember that you should do everything fine. Okay, just like and don't waste time over something that you don't know. Okay, just give a few, like this you all know that while writing exam also you just know the things. right? So this is the thing, that we shouldn't give time to those that which is not important, like this, because the time is limited. Here the time you will get, but the time is like many other people are also doing. If they done in less time, more quicker and more right answer, then it will be like trying a type of very competitive. That's why it is competitive, right? So focus on time, accuracy, and DSM, and mathematics and ML. ML, like you're all are ML enthusiast, I guess so, right? You will love to study ML and everything. You will just get the knowledge and everything, right? Theoretical knowledge, everything. So you will just go through it. Mathematics, you are studying since class in 11th, 12th. Nothing new. Probability and statistics are nothing new to you. Like you will get more about it when you like dig more deeper, but it is not like new thing, right? So you should just have a grip over all this. And this is not only useful for Amazon ML summer school program, it is useful for like for any kind of, you are doing giving ML interviews, ML assignment, anything. Mathematics is important. Okay, so never leave that. So this is the thing, I will come into this. Okay, Amazon, like I will explain more about it, so that you can get the more craze to like attempt this exam and clear it, because it's a like wonderful opportunity. And the benefit is like you could also get an internship there over, right, in your specific field of ML only. So I will tell more about it. First, just let go to comment section, because it has been a lot of time I haven't got there. So let's just go comment section and see what are the things you want to say. Okay, right. So you are getting. Am I like, everywhere you got the things and everything? I guess so.
We have some doubts in the chat section.
It's 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm getting it. Loading actually.
Do you want me to take the doubts to you?
Yeah, wait. Just give me a few seconds. I'm just okay. Now I'm getting. Ma'am, it's a request. Please write text in light color. Ah, right, right, right. I was thinking the same only, that black color will be visible or not. Okay, I will just make it lighter. The PPT is only like I'm just showing the PPT, not in a slideshow. Then it I can just edit it. I will edit it further, like in the next thing. Okay. What is the total time allotted for test? I guess it is 75 minutes, right? Like you can go for the like metalschool.com, like Amazon specific site only. It's 75 minutes. So you have to complete like 20 questions. You will see it is MCQ, and you will be like, okay, fine only. But here times and accuracy also plays the role. And ML concept is also mid level. So you can just read it. Yes. It is 75 minutes. And for which topic? DSC questions, right? DSC questions from can be like swapping. It can also be from like in my when I gave the exam, it was one question was from swapping only. So if you want to like go further DSC question, just practice medium range of questions. Okay, practice question over swapping, practice question over arrays. Okay, arrays is also a common topic. Like how they will just manipulate the question, I don't know. But arrays is also one of the common topic. There you can just look at how like arrays is a topic, right? But in that, what questions can be made, that you can just know like by just researching more about the previous DSA questions, and more about medium level of DSA question that we that based on array. Okay. So you just can go. I specifically use leaf code platform much more. So there also erase sheets are there. So you can get erase questions, swapping questions, and everything. Yes, one shot will be enough. You already studied 12th, right? You already have gone through 12th. So one shot will be enough only. Just the last minute revision things. So that will be enough. You just should know the concept. At least solve one problem. Okay, mathematics is all about solving problem. Yes, driver sheet is okay. Even I'm solving it still now. Like it is not like also finished for me because I just look at various sheets. Various sheets are also there. Driver sheets are there. 25 interview questions sheets are there like this. So yes, tribal sheets are very fine, but just you should know the concept how to just solve it. Okay, learning some language is not a big deal in today's world. Okay, that ChatGPT could also produce, but the concept, the logic that we can only do. Okay, and believe me, Amazon is very specific about logic. Okay, but I will tell you further. Like I showed you. Wait, is any more question are there so that I can show one like slide?
No, you don't have any.
Okay, so I can like proceed further, right? Are you getting me?
Yes, you are.
Just write yes over the comment
Yes, we will
section.
do that.
Just write yes. What is the time management? Time management is simple. Okay, just first go to that if you want to just you're confident over what you're confident about, that you're confident in mathematics, you're confident about like machine learning. So machine learning you have to just think, for mathematics you have to just solve, right? These are the things. So that depends on person to person, that whether they want to have solved that thing or which thing. But it's better if you just solve the mathematics first. If you don't get the mathematics, okay, because in mathematics also time is required. Okay, so if you just don't leave the question, practice further ML. Okay, just do the like either you will get the ML question, either you will not. This will be the thing. Okay, maybe you think more you can get it, but this is much more chances less. Okay, because that is more like theoretical based, right? So if you just wanted to solve ML also you can solve, but like if you will solve the ML question first, na, just don't think too much over that because already you're like you have to solve mathematical question. Okay. So in mind it comes like okay, ML we are doing just we want to attempt everything, right? We think a lot. So it's not like over single question you have to think a lot because DSC question is also there. And in DSC question, you know, much more logic is required, much more time is required. Coding is not just done in like MCQ, right? So that's why I just said that start with mathematics so that you can contribute the time which you should contribute in mathematics. Just don't contribute the time of mathematics in ML and just thinking about the ML question that whether it will be right, wrong, whether it should be ticked like this or all, right? So this is the thing. And DSC question, like it is not that much twisted, but it is twisted. Okay, like DSC contest, not but particular like DSC contest. It depends that okay, a big paragraph will be there for you, example will be set for you. Okay, story can also be there, but you can by reading certain lines now you can directly get at what they are indicating. Okay, what they really want. They don't just if they're giving medium level question or they don't make that much big stories that the person get confused. Okay, story can be there, but they in the thing only they give the hint that okay, this is the thing you need to compute, just compute it. Okay. From which resources you learn AIML. But this is the interesting thing because there are many resources. I actually got too confused like which resources should I follow more. Okay, it was more like I was more like a practical person. Okay, just wanted to see everything practically, that what is happening with ML and everything. Because if I just go to the playlist, then I'm getting much more less that what is it is going on. That okay, they are explaining some theory, they are explaining over definitions. Okay, so I was just more about like what is practicality, what it is shown in the project. So moreover, I contributed in projects and on open source. Okay, if you just make sure you just go in like the field you like, just go into that. Okay, And from that, there's not the thing. If you just think that okay, I will just prepare first for ML, like I will watch this playlist, that playlist, and that make me prepare for the ML thing, and then I will do the projects, then I will start something. Because if you just said no, this is your things and this you have to do, and then only you can do, then it will take time. Okay, it will take time also. And there's no standard things now. Okay, I've listened to this playlist, now I'm confident that okay, I've learned everything about AI. When you learn something, when you actually do something, okay, so just learn how to make contribution over projects. When you see any concept, just see it real life example. Just see what projects are made over there. If I told you about SVM, if I told you about CNN, so just look and see that what is the project based on that, how, why this algorithm is used. Okay, ask question within yourself, discover within yourself. Because it's my it's my personal opinion that playlist doesn't make a person like a certified thing, that okay, now you are eligible enough to contribute in anything, right? It's your mindset only, whether you want to work now or whether you want to work then. So you can get many playlists, but like I will not suggest any specific playlist, but I will suggest you to more do for project thing. Okay. If for money, theory is not anywhere. If you like compare now, every theory is more likely same only, but projects are different, implementations are different, their lives are different. Focus on the difference part. Okay. So I get like if you will just search any topic, you will get many YouTube videos, many playlists. Okay. So just learn and just see the projects, that what is the actual work done specifically in that topic. Okay. So I guess now you get the thing. So any other questions from your side? Then I will continue it further. Okay. I am so much emphasizing on practical stuff. I guess I should continue, right? We have the time is also limited. Okay, and what I have to do, I just have to light. Like yes, I just used wrong color combination. Now I'm realizing that. Okay, wait. Share screen. Okay, now it is coming like right. So this was I was talking about. This is the most, when when there's your goal, you get more excited about it. Okay, we will learn this and that. That's why I've just taken the screenshot of my 1 year back applications. Okay, and I just decided to show in front of you. Okay, so I'm just zooming it. I guess you are getting right. The picture quality is not that much perfect because it's a screenshot, but I guess you are getting that what it is written, what they will teach. I just see, they are like what like they are taking classes on weekend. Okay, you have to spend your whole 6 hours. There will be doubt session. There will be rigorous classes in the sense like sessions only, right? Data scientist from Amazon, like who works on real life projects. And what I've learned about Amazon, I must say, is like I just got the like if you just successfully complete each classes of yours, okay, you will get an internship opportunity there for 3 months, for 6 months. You will get the option like for the role of data associate data scientist and everything. So this is the wonderful opportunity they are providing through this. Okay, so and one like when you complete the whole, like everyone is not able to complete the program, right? Because I told you that there are classes, there are sessions you have to attend, and 3 hours long session, then back to back there are like 3 hours doubt session like this they are taking. Okay, so you are spending a lot of time. It is not easy for everyone to just to like be awake and like see and everything and listen to this. Okay, so the one who completes gets Amazon goodies and everything also. I also got, I will show you. Okay, so they get goodies, they get this certification and everything, they get the chance of opportunity. So I'm just telling you this like so that you should like crave for it more. Like you have that hunger to like, okay, I have to achieve this thing. Okay, for that preparation is also required that much. And preparation is more likely a prerequisite only you are, I guess, you are getting like your 11 12 mathematics concept, some of the ML concept, and DSA is the thing which you have to just, it is like, it is the thing which you have already accepted. It is like nothing, you're getting the option for that. Okay, so these are the benefit, like I told you about supervised learning, neural network, dimension, like these are the single topic. Okay, I told you in such a much more easier way. But when you go into that much more deeper, now you will get to know that how industry are working on it. Okay, everyone is using AI, everyone is using ML to just to optimize everything. Okay, like you have told about learned about leveraging industry through AI. Okay, like more often in YouTube also, it the like ad comes now, like be expert in AI tools. So whenever my personal experience that whenever you join any industry or something, they will first ask you about the how you can use the AI tools as well. Okay, because everything is automated, so you have to also keep it yourself that how we can use that, how we can just utilize it in a much more beneficial manner. But just remember, logic can be made only by us, not by AI. Okay, we are only one who are providing them logic and everything. So just by using AI tools more for everything, ease out for coding, for anything, just don't forget that if we don't, if we just start forgetting the logic now, we will not be able to succeed, and we will not be able to like do more contribution over it. So don't leave the logic behind. Okay, just don't go blindly, because we are ML enthusiasts only, we are building AI only. So we have to only remember that what we are giving the input, what we are making the logic. Okay, because if you write something, they can give the thing, but if there's something wrong, so if we don't know the basic things, then how we can correct some debugs and everything, right? So just don't blindly trust on AI automated things, but learn it. Just you have to remember this. And these are the, like I told you that they used to take long sessions, right? So this were there were the class timing. Yeah, you can see 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, this much long. So it's, I guess, 3.5 hours for followed by 1 hour's interact, like two session in one, I guess two sessions used to like be there. Okay, so it was a program for 1 month, and it was really interesting program to see how AI actually works in a big giant company like Amazon. There, the data scientists will really come and like just show everything that okay, this is how we use AI. This is how AI is used in that industry. Because Amazon is also having several products and everything. Okay, so I've gone through Amazon data scientist role for OA also. Okay, I qualified for that. So in OA round also, it is not giving like lead code problems, they are giving their problems from their own industry only, their own companies only, they are giving ML based problem and everything. And that way around also DSA comes. Okay, after cracking this much, I have to again face the DSA. That DSA was not simple like hard lead code problem, it was something else only, it was a company based DSA problem totally. Okay, so this much, like you get the things, you get the opportunity. And like if you're getting something, then you should be capable of, you should hold the merit also, you should have the things also, right? So just don't think that everything like will happen just like this, you have to just prepare yourself enough. So yes, this is a very long session, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so you can see how we are getting this much opportunity, right? Right. I guess these are the things only I need to show. And this is the only thing which I have to say through this. And it is very worth, very, like if you will crack it and everything, it is like when you will attending each session now, it will just blow your mind that how it is actually working in our real life. Like you have learned that supervised learning, oh, it's so simple. No, but it is not that much simple in industry level. Okay, I told you, theory is different, practical is totally different. So just more focused about doing projects, doing open source contribution, Like it should show your skills. You should not talk like this that okay, I'm an ML enthusiast, I know this concept. If you know, then you need to have something to show also. Show your skills that okay, I've done this internship here or I have done this project here. In this way you're just like presenting something. Okay, so this is the thing. So yes, now we again come to a study concept again. Like I told you that about mathematicals, models, everything in brief, right? Basic Python. Okay. How we can just know like base, I guess I don't know whether much of you will having the Python as their main language or not. Okay. But some basic Python are required, okay, while practicing ML programs. NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, so these are the libraries. Python has inbuilt libraries within themselves. Okay, we have to just call it. So these are the libraries. And purpose also I've written key functions for you all specifically. I just written the code in Google Colab and just run it. Okay, I will show you. I will explain each and everything that how it actually works. But just go for first learn basic thing that what is NumPy. NumPy basically works on array. ठीक है, like they tell about the mean, the attributes, the parameters that we give about the array and everything. Okay, for that we call NumPy. Pandas, data manipulation, how we can just manipulate, interrupt the data, how can replace the data, how we can edit the data, delete the data, like this, how we can describe the data, how we can take out the mean and everything. Mean to NumPy is also doing, Pandas is also doing. So data manipulation is just like what? Manipulating something, deleting, inserting, updating, everything. Okay. So this is the Pandas. This what Pandas do. Okay. Matplotlib. So Matplotlib is just like if you go like more details to this word now, it will just show that how plotting is done. Okay. Plot like means what? Library only. So plotting is done in a library through library. Okay. Basic visualization, like how to plot, how to just give the bar, how to do that bar graph we get, how to like show it's the command that we just do it for like data visualization. So these are the matplotlib. Seaborn. Seaborn is basically much statistical. Okay, histogram, heat map. So statistics, you have learned that about, okay, in statistics, histograms comes, heat maps comes, advanced plotting, more like color coded things. Heat map is what? If you're learning more specifically about like right now about heat map, then heat map is more about color codings. Okay. Color coding, like every attribute is color coding within them. There are different methods to represent data now. So Python already have some packages. We need to call it, we need to apply it, and these are the basic packages of Python. I guess I am clear over this. If not, then I will just go again and then you will ask. Before that, we just go further on coding part. Okay. Okay, I sorry, I just forgot how to change color. Wait. I guess now you are getting right. Now it is visible. I'm just editing everything so that it can be comfortable for you. Okay. These are the basic. I just tried to like, I learned like, I also studied many things. I just tried to like implement in a very easier manner. In a very easy manner for all. Right. So these are the hist plot. These are the commands. So I guess you have just looked up at that. And there comes like this. So just let's go on coding. Okay. So through coding is just like example only so that you can understand it more that how it is implemented. Okay. So if we go for this specifically, import pandas. Pandas, what we learned, data manipulation and everything, right? So we are just having data. We just wrote data. Okay. We just stored the name as an array, age, score, everything. Then we called data frame. Okay, like we store data, then we call data, and then we call df means data frame just to analyze everything. So it is showing the attributes like this: name, age, score, like which is what. So it is just showing the data, it's just for the show of data. Okay. And here we comes at like basic operations. Df dot head data frame. Data frame means the data we are storing, right? So head means that it will show the first five columns. Okay, but here we only have like three, so it is just now showing this only. Describe means statistical information, count, mean, everything it will say. Okay, so it is just describing. Here you can see count, mean, standard, and everything, right? So it will give describe will give you statistical data. What we have just called, we are using this pandas only, na? And then we comes about max mean also will be great. Okay, now we comes that we want to change the age factor. Okay, not change it, like we want to filter it. Okay, so it will, the age is more than 23, only show those age. So Alice and Bob only came. Okay, Charlie doesn't came because his age is 22. So that's the way we are filtering. So now you're getting how we can do data cleaning, how data processing is done. So these are the very basic and very beginning operation, very much. Okay. And in Python also, like majority projects use this operation, and advanced operations also there. So it was just a way to show you that how data manipulation is done in such a beginning way. Okay. Then we comes to plotting, matplotlib. Okay. PyPlot means that Python plotting and everything. PLT, like every short form you will hear, like you will get to know that okay, that stands for something word. Okay. So we are just giving x, we are just giving x array, y array. Okay. Then we are plotting. We are plotting that, okay, label it at x axis, label it at y axis. If you haven't studied Python, start studying. If you want to pursue ML, you have to. Because libraries are there, we have to import libraries from that. Okay. It is not that you will do ML in C++ in anything. I don't know whether it is done or not, but I haven't heard it right. Okay. So most companies, everything use Python only for ML, right? Because ML is just what it has done. It has just done make everything simplified. Okay, Python is just make everything simplified for ML, right? So that's why. So we are just having the grid value as true. PLT dot show means it will show. Without that, it will not show. Okay. So this is we've done the line plotting. Okay. So let's go to now where. Okay. So this is also similar, only that I just like this we can interpret that, okay, name, scores, right? This sky blue we want the color. It will show the label. Okay. That at y axis show the label score like it is showing. Okay. Now NumPy we are getting histogram. Here comes what I told you about Seaborn, right? Seaborn deal with advanced statistics and everything. So histogram. Now you can see the plot as well, right? Plotting and everything. So here just have taken random data points. Okay. And we have defined generate some data using NumPy. Okay. I just use random data. Okay, here we can generate random data, because every time it is not possible to like import some data set or either to create data set. Okay, so they are random functions only. That's totally a part of Python. Okay, so you should learn Python. Python is also the like it is the requirement. So Sn is Seaborn thing and his plot. Okay, we are getting true value here. KD curve, this is, then it is showing plot, show, and everything. Okay, so this is the count, this is the thing, this is the most advanced. This is what, this is just the like a bar graph and everything, right? This is the histogram, this is the line plot. So this is the advanced statistical. Okay, so by Seaborn you can do this. Plotting is done. You learned about data manipulation, how it is done. NumPy we can take for generating random array or number and anything, right? So now comes for the one other thing, what I've told, heat map, right? So heat map is also a, like a method of visual representation of advanced statistics. Okay. You know visual representations, right? statistics. So it is in a more advanced form. So here we classified maths okay like this, science okay like this, English also like this in an array. Then we have just call out the value. Okay, that subject correlation, how they are correlated with each other, how correlation is happening. So there it is showing 10.98 because it is showing the correlation, because I have done CORR, that means correlation. How everything is like, what is the correlation value? You have learned about correlation in mathematics. So heat map is just like color coded attributes is defined. What is like math, science, English, those are the attributes. So they're color coded. Okay, so this is the thing. So Seaborn is used in this. SNS stand for Seaborn. So now you're seeing I've already imported Seaborn here, right? I imported everything. NumPy imported, Seaborn imported, Matplot imported. So in this, everything is just showing over it. So I guess now you have just gone through this, like what is the basic Python commands, right? And libraries. So we will go to data pre-processing. That is the last segment. Okay, we will go, and in that also you will get like now you can relate it, that how much I said about missing values, data cleaning, outliers I haven't spoke, normalization I also, features extraction also some I spoke about it, data splitting, like I told you about training, validations, everything. So now you are relating it, right? Why have it spoken that much, so much about it, now how it is done and all that. So if you have like listened very like carefully, then almost everything is similar to you. Okay, if you will like go for it, but just before that, just see that you're having any doubts or not. Okay.
Till now, we have just one doubt regarding this.
Okay, you can ask later on. Can you okay. Okay, when it
Since it's
will happen.
already 52, 7:52, so we can fasten up a little. You might be having any other commitment
How
before.
to read heat map and draw insights from it, right? You need to know about the correlation factors. Okay, so what is correlation, why we are defining correlation, because everything is just like coming in correlation, right? So it is the statistical measure. Okay, like if you have studied about statistics, like how two variables are collinearly or linearly related with it, okay, on that specific value, it is because correlation is also the attribute, coefficients, correlations, okay, OLS regressions, like many attributes are there. So heat map is for like for specific example, I showed you the heat map. Okay, how they are linearly related to each other. So you should know about correlation first, and heat map is just color coding it. Okay, different color are coded. So by finding correlation also, that why we find correlation. I told about the that we should know the relation between the attributes, right? If we don't know about the relation, how we can predict the further model? So there's comes the role of it. Okay, so it's just a visual way of representation, just a visual way of how color coded things can be. So that is called, it's called heat map and everything. Okay, so I guess now you are getting why I just said. Okay, and later on, can you share tips on days I'm not able to grasp the concept? Okay, like how can we learn DS and everything? How can we practice it? Right? You are saying like this. Okay, like if you want to like, there's only one thing, whenever we study mathematics, what we like, what Eldo used to say, practice it. If you don't practice, you will not succeed, right? So if you don't just know how to like practice DSA, without that it's impossible to succeed, right? Choose theory like just by learning that what is like Q, what is stack and everything, you just can't implement it. So you know how to implement it as well. So practice is only the thing which can you help in the DSA. And for that, at least solve like start like solving one question per day. This will, okay, one question will take time, okay, 1 hour, 2 hour, okay, it is difficult to crack. See the hint and everything. Then try to practice it. Okay. So if you like, the only solution is practicing. No one can else help you. Okay, and about the questions, you can get many sheets also. But at least start. If you don't start now, if you just go for the theory, okay, I will watch this video, then I will watch this video. Video doesn't help. The thing which helps is like practicing. How you're practicing. Just I said about the ML thing, that how you're contributing in project, it will showcase your skill. So how will you practice? It will showcase you in an interview and everything, right? So yes, if any other doubts are there, then you can just say. And like, I guess Khushi, now you're clear about the heat map, that why we are studying that, how correlation is helping heat map and heat map is helping us, right? And draw insights from it, like relationship. We require relationship between the variables, right? What we are putting into this. So heat map is also a visual representation of that. I guess now, is anyone having the doubt, and you can share it freely. Okay.
So, ma'am, it's
No,
almost
I don't see.
of this session. And if there are any doubts, we can take it to in on tomorrow session. We are having a
Okay.
doubt session with you also.
Okay. Okay. So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
guess, okay. I guess we should continue further because time is also less right now. So let's continue for our last topic, basically. Okay.
Okay.
And here I again share the slide first. Okay. So our last concept comes here, data pre-processing. Let's me like just begin it from the beginning only. Okay. Like, for like, many things I've already said about it. So just we will just like compile the whole things, and whatever new is there, I will tell it about more. Okay. So let's come. Let it refers to techniques and procedure used to prepare raw data into a clean, organized, and structured format suitable for analyzing or modeling it. Let me first change the color so that you can get it right. I guess now it is fine. Yeah. So okay. So just I told you that we wash vegetables just to keep it clean so that there's no germs involved, anything like which is not beneficial for us. So we just clean it, right? Same happens with data. Like every data we will collect, like for example, only say like you are doing a survey. Okay, you just done the survey of two houses, and in one report some data are missing. Then how can you proceed with every data, right? We're just seeing that okay, the data is missing, or maybe one data is wrong. So if it is not like, something is not like correct only, how can we proceed it? So it is important to clean the data, organize the data, and like keep it in a structured form. Suppose it is not about always about some data is wrong, some data is about missing. It is about the range. That what is the range of that data? Like some data is having the maximum value, some having a very minimum value, that which is not even possible. And what that is data is not correct, right? So we just need to like process the data into a much finer form, into a much like a form where everything is like standard. Okay. Because like you have studied, right, matrix multiplication and everything, there are also some rows and column that there are also like it is like it should have a fixed size and everything. Without that we can't just proceed with the operations, right? So here also standard things is required. So it is about improving data cleaning, enhance model performance, reduce computational complexity. The much you will clean the data, the much you will like the data is having less error and everything, and much it is in a standard form, in a normalized form, in an equal form. Okay, then it is having, then while proceeding, it will obviously have less complexity. It is totally relatable, right? If we don't like just have the pre-processed data, then the computation complexity will be more. The time taking will be more. The output will be correct or not, it is a big question by itself only. So data pre-processing is very required. It is very like important for us. Okay. Handling missing values, imputation, deletion, prediction based method. Okay. So handling missing values, that how we can pre-process the data, right? We some missing like values can be missing as well in anything. We can just put the imputations, we can use the substitution. Like what we do, we don't get any like any answers, we put the zero value, null value in anything, right? And even if the null value is more, we just remove the null value, like deletion. So imputation means substitution, like there the missing values there, we are just imputing something. Deletion is also happening, like if we have the much more null values which is not required, we can just delete it. Prediction based method, we can also predict the answers, that what can be answers at that value, right? Interpolation techniques comes here. Okay, I've not written about interpolation because that is totally different, that mean interpolation and everything comes with that. Okay. So it is like this. And what it is now comes handling outliers. So what is outliers? Okay, outliers is something like, it similar that something is wrong with the data, some value is not correct, either it is very high, either it is very low, it is not just getting fixed into that. Okay. So here comes the terms of outliers. Outliers also think like, okay, the range is not specific, and we just try to convert the range of every like data into 0 and 1. Okay, so that they can be in a specific range, we can manage it in a specific range, not right everyone is having a different range. What we try to do, if we more try to just like have the smoother cleaning process, we try to group it much more similar, right? So we do like that, handling outliers, transformation, trimming, and everything. Okay. Normalization and scaling, mean max scaling, like putting the minimum range, putting the maximum range. Z score normalization is also there. So why did normalization process start for? Okay. So we do generally normalize. No, what is normalization? Why there is the need of normalization? Okay, so that it the every feature we are taking it should be on a similar scale, right? It's not like it is something different, that is different. How we can just categorize it, how we can just process it, it is much more complicated. What is our thing? It's to remove complexity. Okay, if we remove the complexity, then only we will get the more appropriate result. Okay, so it is like this, so it will converge faster. Okay, in that gradient descent is also involved, k nearing neighbors, many features are involved in this. Okay, so normalization techniques are just like it comes mean max normalization, there comes the jet score normalization. Okay, mean max normalization is also known as rescaling. Okay, we are setting some value of minimum maximum like that, it is the most common, and usually it is between 0 and 1. I'm just telling it again, like we do normalization generally in 0 and 1. Okay, we like it also has formulas. Okay, that mean value divided by max minus mean, like this. Okay, so mathematics concept is also involved because we have to normalize, we have to do normalization process for the data, so mathematics will obviously come, right? Suppose like their max ABS normalization also, where we can just like scale the feature which has the maximum absolute value, like suppose specifically that, like that. Z score normalization I have written that, like here it comes about the standard deviation and variance. You have learned like standard deviation, variance, and statistics and everything. Here we just put like standard deviation as 1 and the mean value as 0, so that we can just like keep the range of the data in a specific manner. The whole robust scaling we do just because, so that like only one feature doesn't create so much effect over everything. Okay, I just given an example. So normalization is just done to maintain the data in a specific range. Okay, feature extraction. Okay, selecting relevant features, what are the features that we can select, that we can keep, that what are the important features, either we will get or we will understand it. Okay, so feature selection is also there. And beside feature selection, feature scaling is also there. Okay, So don't get confused over feature selection and feature scaling and everything. Okay, because feature scaling is more deal with normalization against putting into similar range and everything, so that it doesn't one data set get dominant. Feature extraction, it doesn't mean that we are taking important features so that only one feature will get dominant over others. We should take the efficient features, like, so that we can just predict the values as well, right? You're understanding the difference between the two, right? It is not like, okay, we are removing every other thing, so okay, this is only the dominant. The dominant should also be like something which is just keeping the range specific. Okay, so this is the range. So that's the main thing. And data splitting. Okay, you have just learned that k-fold algorithm is there. Many algorithms are there where we just trim the data. Okay, we just put in a training data set, either in a like testing data set is also there, validation is also there. Someone asked about the validations, like, so validations generally come for underfitting, overfitting, that what is the problem here. So there we deals with that. And training data set, we generally we take at 60%, but you depend on that, you can take 80% also and everything. So not 60%, I'm saying on that value, it's like it involves itself many algo. Okay, many algo are there just to take the training data set. Some of the algo, for example, involves like that, if they are like only one data, every other data set will be get to, like trained, only one data set will be left, so that will be left for testing, like this algo is there. So many algorithms are involved in this also. Like in everything, algos is there, supervised learning algo is there, unsupervised learning algo is there, data splitting. So in everything we are having the methods, we just need to see what is right for our data. If you just process the data, if you just categorize the data, okay, it is like this, it is like that, then only we can get to know that what is the category we can put. Even if we build something machine learning project over hackathon over something now, we just try to put it every algorithm over that. Okay, what is giving the best result, we go for that. So that's only model works, that only ml works. Okay, so that is pre-processing. Data pre-processing, more likely I just told you earlier, right? So yeah, this is the end here right now. Okay, because if we dig much more deeper, there is no ending of ML. No, it is now the LLM has also started. Like it is a part of this only large language model, right? Maybe you have heard it or not. So this is also coming in the trend in everything, and it is difficult also. It's not like that. It is not like it is become like a trend, but not difficult. It is just like a more evolving technology. Just ML, we are evolving in ML in ourselves only, right? So just if you learn more about ML and something, just focus on how you can just relate it, because many concepts are there, many definitions are there. It is not like you have a human brain. Okay, you are not like a library book that you will keep every definition. You just know how to relate it with everything. Okay, you're just like keeping big things together and small things together. So then you are just categorizing, you are keeping the cluster. So that is coming in unsupervised. So this is your mind should work, right? You should be like, it will be relative enough to get related in the like the life which is happening around us. Because it's not about theory, it's about work. ML is actually about work. Yes, there you have to study theory, but we can't just sit and just learn theory and just decide, okay, this much I will learn theory, okay, I'm now standardized for making the projects and everything. Like learning, implementing, these are the two mechanisms which will like make you succeed more over that. So I'm also doing the same thing in this. So it is not like, wait, I guess, yeah, I should thank you all for listening, because I myself don't know how much I've spoken and repeated the concept, right? So I'm stop sharing right now. And thank you all for listening. So much patience, listener, you are. Okay, right. So just remember one thing from this session. Okay, you learned about concept. You learned, like, now you know that something to I guess so, right? Not about fully, but something But just know that implement it. Just implement. Okay, not like implement, like you don't know nothing and you just going to implement. Okay, but like don't wait or at okay, I will get this much concept only, then I will connect. If you're learning some basic concept, see the implementation how it is working, then only you can just do it more, right? So it's not complexity, it's like if you have that enthusiasm to work on it now, you will be able to. And yes, mathematics is very important there, remember this thing. Okay, so I guess if you are having anything to say, then you can just like go for it. And I guess I have like for today's evening, like this is enough from my side because I've just repeated many things many times. I know just to give the emphasis on that thing. And see, if you just want to go for the definitions, you have Google and everything. Better than anywhere you can find it. Okay. Like you can just go through a definition. You will understand it also, right? But you have to make your own understanding also, you know that okay what will make yourself understand, just not English word will just help you, right? Examples will help you, you will set the example for yourself, okay this is the thing, so just focus on that. So yeah, right now it is like okay, I am finished from my side. Okay.
Thank you so much, Shreya. That was an enriching and insightful session. You gave us your valuable time, your valuable advices, and your tips. That was so much good. And you have made the world of machine learning feel a lot less intimidating and way more exciting for all of us. And to all the participants, thank you so much for being part of our session. And this was just session one. We have more coming up, so stay tuned. And until next time, keep learning and keep experimenting. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you everyone, and thank you for being such amazing host, you both. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for
Thank
th-
And
this
we'll end the
session.
session now.
Okay, so yes, now I guess I can leave, right?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. Have a great day, ma'am.
Okay, so
have
I
Bye.
a
guess
great day.
everyone like have learned something or the other, like the concept of the mentality. I don't know. So yeah, just wishing you all the best for future and everything. I'm taking a leave from here. Okay, bye bye. Chalo.
Bye, ma'am. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
So, okay, so should I end the live stream now?
Yes.